Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to today's evening session of Being Heartful Every Day, a joyful adventure. Today is the day 348, and we are in week 50th, and we are drawing ever closer to the Bhandara, commemorating 125th birth anniversary celebrations of Sri Pujya Babuji Maharaj. Just three more evenings remain before we gather together in the remembrance, in devotion, and in love. As we approach the Bhandara, each day feels more like a quiet homecoming. Each moment of constant remembrance is like brushing the dust off the mirror of the heart. And in these upcoming days, the preparation is no longer about doing, it's about becoming. It's about becoming. And it's also about being available to the Master's presence, being humble in our attitude, and being open in our heart. Let every thought, every action in these coming days be an offering, not of a perfection, but of a sincerity. In these last few days before the Bhandara are a golden opportunity for all of us to strengthen our abhyas, our morning meditation, our evening cleaning, engaging with the teachings of the beloved Master, not just to understand but to absorb it, and offer the bedtime prayer and fall asleep in the Master's presence. Let us remember that this path is not just for us to walk alone. It is a collective unfolding of hearts. Whether through the master classes or through being heartful everyday sessions or in the quiet examples of our own lives, let us continue to share the heartfulness gently and joyfully with whoever we can. And tonight, we return once more to Daji's message, which is on special features of Sahaj-Marg. We will now resume the reading. The role of the master. The above passages indirectly hint at the vital point that the living master is the conduit of divine grace. The importance of the living master's role in our evolution is also highlighted in Lalaji's intercommunication with Babuji on August 15, 1944. After Lalaji's Mahasamadhi in 1931, his subtle body departed with him. Hence, he could no longer attend to the subtle bodies of his disciples. Once Babuji assumed the role of Lalaji's representative in 1944, he recommenced the work of attending to them. As a result of the 13-year gap, the associates had developed curvature, meaning that they became diverted from the ultimate goal of life. This tends to occur when no living master is present to guide a disciple. Babuji does note a few years later in his correspondence that the connection may be kept alive after the passing of the master if the seeker develops adequate receptive capacity. We see here that two things are important for spiritual growth: the grace that is set in motion by the master for a seeker, and the seeker developing adequate receptive capacity. The master's attention is paramount in launching the spiritual journey from the heart chakra to the successive chakras that follows. His attention is even more vital when a seeker moves from one region to another region, going beyond the Sahasradal Kamal Chakra (SDK) and further toward the state of Satyapat is impossible without the support of the master, because the advanced devotees lose any desire to progress. When the master sees that the devotee is no longer restless for spiritual progress, he intervenes and carries the devotee like a mother kangaroo carries her joy. The further we progress, the more we rely on the master's support. This dependence develops through constant remembrance, a state which emerges out of meditation. In the state of remembrance, the grace of God flows unobstructed. The master exists only for others, and he creates preceptors as conduits to work on his behalf, using the tools of sankalpa, prayerfully suggesting something into being, transmission, and cleaning. Sahaj-Marg is for our collective evolution of consciousness. Our role as seekers is simple and straightforward: cooperation with the Master and his work. Cooperation begins with the three practices of meditation, cleaning, and prayer. I repeat, cooperation begins with the three practices of meditation, cleaning, and prayer, resulting in harmony and unity among people from any walk of life or background. As well as individual practice, Sahaj-Marg centers and trainers offer group meditation at least twice a week, regular individual meditation sessions, and large gatherings like this Bhandara, all for free. Participation in group meditations is the simplest and most beneficial way for seekers to receive divine grace. The ability to grant spiritual capacity and permit preceptors to do the work on the master's behalf was discovered by Lalaji. There are currently over 15,000 preceptors worldwide offering Sahaj-Marg training to people all around the world. Cooperation. Sahaj-Marg practice helps us to develop the advocate receptive capacity to which Babuji refers. Our role as seekers is simple and straightforward: cooperation with the Master and his work. Cooperation begins with the three practices of meditation, cleaning, and prayer. Not only are we given these practices, but we also receive many hints about the attitudes needed to become more receptive. For example, in the first of Babuji's 10 maxims, we are advised to sit in an upright position when we meditate every morning before dawn, so that the flow of divine grace descends straight upon us. By sitting in an upright, steady pose, the greatest spiritual benefit is received. We will take a pause here and let us reflect on the words that we have read so far and allow these insights to settle within. May the feeling behind the words deepen our connection to the path. And let us now prepare ourselves for the universal prayer and Friday 9 p.m. meditation with Taj. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention towards your heart with lot of love. And let's together now sit for the universal prayer and the 9 p.m. meditation with beloved Taji. May the peace begin with each of us and extends to all beings everywhere. And as the day comes to a close, let us take a few moments to reconnect inwardly and offer the bedtime prayer with sincerity, love, and gently reflect on the day. What grew in love today? What can we let go of? What can be offered up? Reflect on everything that might have could have been done better and resolve for not making the mistakes again. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining in this evening session today. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our morning session at 6 a.m. And wishing you all a very good night. May your heart be held in the sacred presence of the beloved Master.